Yeah.
Well,
So
certainly from my
yeah,
perspective, and this partially comes from some of the theory that I work with, or that I worked with, especially for my PhD, which was like, I was very much interested in metaphors of liquidness and liquidity and so
sure,
on. Partially,
sure.
on the one hand, as like an alternate metaphor for forms of solidarity that would work in dance floor situations where everything is much more fluid. But
Yeah,
the sort of the negative side of that, or like the more sort of potentially problematic side of that is the kind of liquidity that you see, like Zygmunt Bauman, for example, sort of expounding on this idea of like liquid modernity, where the sort of stable structures of kind of high modern life are being liquefied in
yeah,
various ways through neoliberal sort of
yeah,
practices, right? This precisely this increasing acceleration, flexibilization, and liquidation in the kind of financial sense.
yeah.
And
Like
certainly,
actual
yeah,
liquidation.
exactly.
Yeah,
And so
right.
I think that's something that I'm seeing also more and more sort of in the
Yeah,
academic sphere.
yeah,
And what's sort of really pernicious about it and perverse about it, I think, is that on the one hand, these highly flexibilized and accelerated systems are so nimble that they can really capture, co-opt, and sort of just sort of recapture forms of resistance. Like it's really hard to articulate or to even to obstruct or to somehow hinder
yeah.
these sorts of flows because they're just so fast and they can just sort of move right around you. But then at the same time, there is this way in which all of this endless mobility, which becomes then a thing that you as a subject also have to enjoy and have to be part of. You have to become an
Yes,
entrepreneur for your own career and
yes,
constantly be reapplying for new positions and so on.
yes.
And that kind of destabilization creates a kind of exhaustion that also precludes political action, right? Like it becomes harder and harder to organize any kind of resistance if you're constantly,
Yeah.
scampering,
Political action, yeah, political action, yes, but also just work. I mean,
Yeah,
like, I mean,
yeah,
also just following, seeing a kind of a multi-year, scholastic project through to completion um, becomes a detriment to living.
yeah,
Like in a
yeah,
way, like I mean, it becomes the thing that precludes you from making rent.
yeah,
Like, and
right.
I think and in fact, it becomes, at least in my discipline, like, and I don't know how it is with you, but because a lot of what I do is image based. Even when I do publish something that includes images, rarely are those images covered by publishers. Like it's not
Right, all these costs come up,
so
yeah.
oftentimes I actually go in the whole producing scholarship,
Right.
right? Like which then becomes a liability for me if I'm an independent contractor of sorts, like, or an
Yeah.
entrepreneur in the sense that that these liquid kind of systems suggest that I should be like that. I'm actually kind of literally decreasing my ability to pay my rent.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's problematic.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
to its core.
Definitely. Especially
Uh,
this, like, I mean, and this is not a surprise to anyone, I guess, but with
no,
the casualization of labor, the sort of the employer's responsibilities for various forms of support disappear, right? That they don't have to
right,
provide,
right,
for
right,
example, professional development support for you if you
right,
are just a contractor, right? And
right,
that
right, right, right.
a similar but slightly different thing has been happening, or has been around for a while, it seems, in the European system, where, on the one hand, institutions themselves don't have that much
Can
in the way
you,
of support
hey, Luis-Manuel, can you
for
go
their
back?
employees, but there's lots
You're
of
like,
group
you're
projects that have to
getting
be organized.
dispersed.
Have I? Let's see. Have I lost you
No.
again? Seem to have the
No.
video seems to have frozen up. Are you there?
Hello? 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 Oh no!
How about now? No.
Oh no!
Let's try this again. Hello.
Hello? Hello?
Hello. All right, I can hear you again.
Hi!
Hi.
Oh
There's a bit
no!
of crap.
Oh, shit. Okay. Okay. Ah!
Hello again. Oh. All right. That's weird. Hello.
Hello.
So far, so good. Let's see if I get
Can
your
you
video.
you can
I can hear you.
yeah.
Here's
Can
video.
you see me? Yes, I can see you.
Yes.
I'm sorry, that last one. That last one literally was me accidentally pushing the like hang up button.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
Well, at least we
like that
know why.
totally-
Okay.
yeah. That was actually my fault.
All
So
right.
yeah, I
Great.
take responsibility.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So the point that you were making, I'm so sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can probably make this more elegant now that I've said it already once. I can be more succinct. So this is a good thing. Yeah. Essentially, there's like individual institutions here in Europe in general. I'm really broadly generalizing. Tend to have
Yeah.
less kind of internal funds available for professional development support. So research
Yeah.
and so on. The amount that me and my colleagues get for conference travel, for example, is minuscule compared to what you would get for kind of a faculty member in North America.
Sure.
So you're expected to be applying for grants because there is a fair bit of money available through government funding, so to speak, as well as especially at the EU level. There's quite a bit. So again, this sort of feeds into this kind of market model, competitive model of academia, where you have to be constantly competing, usually with your other peers within Europe, for a limited pot of funding for sort of basic professional development things, and also you're encouraged more and more to do sort of group-based projects over several years. So instead of having sort of individual projects, which are often, I would say more common in especially in the humanities, you're encouraged more and more to organize some sort of 5-researcher multi-country project that will take several years and will employ several research assistants and so on. And then if you're lucky, you get one of these like multi-million euro grants. But you can also spend months preparing one of these grant applications and not get anything. So there's this, the way in which you access resources in order to do your work is I'm finding quite different here, and requires different strategies as far as like collaboration, but also just how you schedule things, like how you think about when you're going to get things done and so on.
Right. Yeah, that is. Yeah, the whole kind of grant, because also the grant and funding stuff. I mean, again, as we were talking about, that works. There's a bigger infrastructure set up to support something like that in the sciences than there really is in the humanities. I mean, I think even when grants exist in the humanities, they're so incredibly minuscule that it's sometimes hard to imagine a life of a project on that amount of money. I'm sorry. I am. My startup disk is getting full, so I'm transferring this file to my to this other disk thing. I don't know.
Yeah, no worries. You keep on doing that. So far, my Camtasia is working fine. I haven't gotten any errors.
Oh, good. Okay, so maybe they can supplement whatever.
Yeah, I assume that we can submit both of our recordings to the Pastelegram crew, and they'll be able to maybe also splice things together as need be.
Yeah. So let me just see if I can do this. Edit. I know that I can export this thing.
I'm taking a look at Camtasia on my side. Yeah, things seem to be fine on my side.
Okay.
For now.
Yeah. Let's see. Documents export.